Alright, hello, and welcome to video number 2 of Castlevania, Portrait of Ruin. Last time we started the game, introduced to the characters, and found our way to the first level of the game, basically put, the City of Haze portrait. Now we continue to explore that portrait world. Okay, one of several areas where you'll have to use both characters to solve a puzzle or clear a path. One person, doesn't matter who, be it Charlotte or Jonathan, one person actually stays in the cart, thank you, if the game will cooperate. One person stays in the cart game. The other hits the switch, and then you gotta quickly switch over to the other character in the cart, which I goofed, so try that again. Dang it, I goofed again. I had it, then I hit that. Not a good time to be mashing buttons. Like that. Took more tries than it should have. Interesting little puzzle, so to speak. Now, by the way, the Eye for DK item, equipable headgear, helmet. Oh, I don't even have it. I thought I equipped it. Yeah, I thought so. Oh, it ain't working. It's supposed to be showing. Right around here. Huh. It isn't showing that for some reason, but yeah. There's something hidden up there. The Eye for DK item was supposed to be showing that, but it's not working. Of course, it opened that up now, but obviously I can't get up there yet until I get either the extreme high jump or the flight ability. Which isn't going to happen until well past the midway point of the game. Actually, before, I suppose since I showed that, I might as well go pick it up. That could be useful in some cases, although I usually don't use it too often myself. Fast travel point. Magic spell for Charlotte. This, according to the map there on the left, there's a path up there, but it's not opened yet. So, yeah. Mace. Stronger weapon for Jonathan, slightly. Yeah, 2 points. Of course, since that path is a dead end for now, could have opened that up. Came this way once you opened that up from up there, but well, that won't be until after you've defeated the boss of this level, and I like to have this weapon for said boss battles. kind of had to go that way now. Yeah, that's one good thing about these games, in some people's opinions. Really friendly with the save rooms. Usually always one before a boss, and at several other locations throughout the level. Which is good, since if you don't save your game, and you know, like I said in the intro or early on in the game. So nope, I will not. Oh, you little sneak. Now what I wanted to do. Wrong button combo. That's why I was, even when I used to care in the early 90s, why I was never good at some of those fighting games where you have to rely on certain button combos to perform certain moves. I'd always get the wrong combos. Anyways, after having played old games like NES Original Zelda or the original NES version of the first Metroid game, you learn to look for things like this. I mean, why is there a platform there so close to the ceiling? Well, I'm out of magic, but yeah. There's a secret up there, that's why. Not too easy to see, but again, you play enough of the older games and you learn to look for stuff like that. And personally, I kind of like that. I mean, yeah, you could call it triptych and whatnot, but you know, I don't know, maybe just because I spent my teenagers in the 80s playing old NES games like those, so I got used to that kind of mechanic. Just something to be said for finding those things on your own and not having the game tell you where they are. A lot of games these days, like the Zero Mission remake of the first Metroid game, for a prime example, way too hand-holdy, telling you where all of the items are, and ugh. I mean, Zero Mission is a good remake in other ways, don't get me wrong, I love that remake. The extra added areas and extra boss fights and extra additions that weren't there normally or originally. You know, I liked the Zero Mission remake of the first Metroid game, don't get me wrong, but I hate the coddling, hand-holdy aspect of it. How they think they gotta show you where everything is on your in-game map. Save room. Now, up there and to the left is the first boss of the area, or of the game rather, I should say. Boss of this portrait level. But now, I'm probably not going to do so on this playthrough. But a lot of times, since you have one of these guys so close to the entrance, like back to the entrance to the screen like earlier, a lot of times I'll sit here grinding for those I for DK items. Get all nine of them that you can carry. Then go back to the shop and sell them for 12,800 bucks each. And again, you still don't have that side quest ready.
I'll make you a deal.
Yeah, see? Or okay, fine. I was off by a few hundred. It's 12,500, not 12,800. Off by 300, but still 12,500 bucks. That's a lot of money for this point in the game. Get 9 of them, that's over 100,000. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of times I do that, get all 9 of those you can carry, come here, sell them, save my game, go back for more, get all 9 I can carry, come back here, sell, rinse and repeat, and amass a small fortune of, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yeah. But I probably won't do that on this playthrough, though, at least not, especially not on screen, as that takes a long time. Just getting one took over 10 minutes. Again, watching the video, you probably didn't do the best editing job, but it was edited out, the extra grinding. Okay. Well, let's just move on for now. I'll do more of that between videos, which, by the way, reminds me, little disclaimer for the future. If you're paying attention to where it says like gold down here at the bottom, or if you're actually paying attention to that, if I start the next video with far more money than I had ended the previous one with, this is probably why. Between videos I came here and did that. Got some of those I for DK items and sold them off for 12,500 each. That would be why. Since I'm not going to do it right now, do that grinding later. But for now, just on with the game. Now, granted, it's only the first boss of the game, and usually, first bosses of the game are rather easy. Basically a tutorial for the battle mechanics for the new game you just started. And that is primarily the case here too, although he does have an attack that, if you're not careful enough to dodge, can do a lot of damage. Over 60 hit points per hit. So yeah. 4 hits with that and you're dead. So that being the case, might not be a bad idea to have at least a couple potions on hand. Or at least save your game before going up here. So if you die, the only thing you have to go through is the boss battle itself. Not a good time to try to take a drink. This is the attack I was talking about. This head thing, yeah. See that? 66 damage. Granted, these are easy enough to avoid if you're quick about it. Still, this is only the first boss of the game. How is he dealing that much damage? Okay, I better... just in case. Don't want to be trying to attack him when he's doing that. Well, I never said this was going to be a no-death playthrough. 100% completion, yes. 0 death, no, I never said that. Luckily, because I would just now be proven a liar if I had. Of course, I could... well, of course, it's too late now, but I could have done some clever editing and edited that out, but eh. So I died. Big deal. Again, luckily I saved my game beforehand, so I don't have anything to redo but the failed boss battle itself. Okay, stop trying to hit him when he's doing that. Well, then I walk right into it. Anyways. Okay. Yeah. Easy enough as long as you avoid that head attack he has. Which again is kind of silly that the first boss of the game can deal that kind of damage. Yeah, you wish. This would be an awful short game, or if that was the case. Yep, just a bit. Hey, who are you? One red eye and one green eye and pale whatever. Maggots? Oh, you're being awful rude. She just called us maggots. What an a-hole. What did we do to her? Sheesh. Why should we have any respect for you? You butted in on our conversation. You called us maggots. Again, why should we have any respect for you? You certainly don't have any for us. I mean, come on, people. Respect works both ways. You gotta be respectful before anybody respects you. Yeah, so? Well, we're supposed to respect you just because you're a lady? Sorry, but no. When you go around calling people maggots, I don't care if you're an alien from Mars. Nobody's going to respect you. Well, duh, that much is obvious. Again, this would be a rather short game if it was just one portrait level. Frick, even the original NES first Castlevania game had, what, 5, 6 stages? With 3 levels in each of them? And that was an 80s NES game. Okay, what's with you, or Jonathan, rather? You trying to fight someone? Or are you posing for a statue? Yeah. This line of dialogue has always bugged me every time I play this game. Talking about the vampire killer whip. Which, good luck trying to fight this boss still using that. I mean, I suppose it can be done if you're good enough at the game. Beat that boss I just did with that whip still equipped. Yes. But, good luck. You're going to need it. that's the only way this dialogue makes any sense is if you're still equipped with that whip that you started the game with. Otherwise, it's like, what? Who's still using that? What are you talking about, game? Yeah, good question. Yeah, somehow I doubt that. You just imagine being frozen in. Yeah, okay. Yep. Find them by exploring the castle. Or unless you've already played the game as I have, you probably remember where they are, and you'll. There's that too. Oh yeah, okay. No, wrong button. Oh goody. I hate this ability. For one, in my experience, for me anyway, it's annoying to pull off a lot of times. And B, spring off your partner's shoulders to break their backs. Well, that's what it should read if this was even the slightest bit realistic. But as I've pointed out many times in my own videos and in Twitch chat rooms and YouTube videos alike, since when are video games too ultra realistic? Obviously, this game is not going to be a prime candidate for realism. Well, if I can actually... Yeah. Ow! Well, there goes her... Yeah, like that doesn't hurt Charlotte or Jonathan. It works both ways. That doesn't hurt the other person at all. No. Just using their shoulders as a trampoline, that's all. Luckily, you only absolutely need that once to get to the next area back in the main castle map. I mean, theoretically, if you want to take the shortcut to the next room, you need to be able to do that here. But I want to go up this way anyways. For one, castle map completion, and two, I think there's oh yeah, that's right, there's nothing up there. Well, it kind of is, but... Go away. Oh, you still got me, you little twerp. Now, you can get that item that's up there in the upper right corner of the screen if you're good at the acrobat ability you just learned, which counts me out. Besides, I gotta come back. I'll be coming back here later to get an item anyway, so I'll just get these then. I never use them anyways, even when I do get them. Thick glasses for one of Wynn's side quests a little later. Well, quite a bit later actually, but and an item that you can't get yet, which is another problem I have with not only this game, but Aria of Sorrow, Dawn of Sorrow, so many other games in this line of games. Item placement. So many times in all these games, by the time you can get that item, chances are very good you won't need it anymore. You'll have something much better, like that weapon seen there. By the time you can get to it, who's going to need it anymore? Who in the development staff was in charge of item placement? And what was he or she smoking or drinking? We're going to put this here. Yeah. Most egregiously so in my opinion, this game, Dawn of Sorrow, and Aria of Sorrow. The flight ability, placed in an area that to get to, or rather, sorry, let me rephrase that. The high jump ability, placed in an area that to get to, you have to be able to fly. By that point, who gives a crap to put that in a censored dialogue? By that point, who cares how high you can jump? You can already fly. Any high out of reach area, you're probably going to fly to anyways. So again, I ask, by that point in the game, who cares how high you can jump? Middle fingers to the developers who came up with that idea. Middle fingers, middle fingers. I mean, again, don't get me wrong, I love these games, but damn it, who was in charge of item placement here? I mean, like the aforementioned high jump ability versus flight. Yes, it's nice to be able to jump higher, but you think progression-wise, item progression, it would have been the other way around. First, you get the high jump, and you need it to get to the flight ability. That would make more sense. The way this game is organized, it's like a Zelda game. They give you the flippers so you could swim. Then later on in the game, they give you the raft. Well, who the hell needs the raft? You already have the flippers. You can swim. You don't need the raft anymore. Or most Metroid games, you know. Imagine one where they gave you the space jump first, and then they gave you the high jump boots. Well, who the hell needs the high jump boots? I have space jump. I can jump infinitely. Backwards progression. Here we go. Yeah, we're going to give you a high jump ability after you can already fly. Rant over. Enough said. Moving on. Just something that, you know, one of the few real complaints I have with these games. Item placement. What the hell were they thinking? Great games other than that, though. I mean, frick, if I didn't like this game, I wouldn't be playing it. But it just gets, you know, the way I look at it, it just gets back to what I was talking about in the last video. No matter how much I like a game, there's no such thing as a perfect 10 out of 10 game. Every game, no matter how good it is, no matter how well designed it is, every game ever made in the entirety of video game history has at least one thing, one flaw. One thing that leaves you wondering what the hell they were thinking when they made this game. At least one, if not more. Okay. Ow! You turd. Ooh. Cretin. That sword up there in the upper right corner. Again, you could get that now, but be back here later anyways. Push an object. The power glove. Well. Oh, Axe Knight overkill. Okay. Now we're back here again. I got that gale force for Charlotte. Mace for Jonathan earlier. Like I said, I could have waited until now to get those, but alright. Done here, at least for about a half a minute.
How are things?
Yep. Now he gives you this. Would have been more convenient if he could have given you this side quest a little earlier, but go to the butcher in town and mince some meat to get ground meat.
I'm counting on you.
The butcher in town. What town? There's no towns in this game. Except for in this portrait. Now, for this, either do this bare-fisted with no weapons at all equipped, just your bare hands, or the mace. You're not always going to get that kind of on-screen notification that you've completed a side quest. So, for some of them, you may end up actually having to look at the quest list here. Again, the ones with that light green shade coloring. Completed quests.
How are things? Well done.
Big deal. No more side quests for a while. Okay.
I'll make you a deal. Thank you.
Alright.
I'll make you a deal. Thank you.
Defense goes down by 4. Yeah, not worth it. By the way, this blank book, one of the, if not the weakest weapon for Charlotte, but yet needed for a late game or post game side quest involving a boss in the Nest of Evil Enemy Gauntlet. Kill that enemy using this book. Yay. Sure. Kill a late game, post game boss with the weakest video game designer sadism. I think I got all the. Would like to get that, but since I didn't do my usual grinding for I for DK items and sell them like I usually do, I don't have anywhere near the amount of money yet, so one more of those since you can double up on them. You have 2 accessory spots.
Thank you.
As for weapons, I don't think he had anything better for sale yet.
I'll make you a deal.
Nope, okay.
Thank you.
Alright. So I guess for now we explore the castle. Now that we can. This room looks a little different now. Well, if I was still using whips, that would be a good thing, but at least not for a long time now, I'm not going to be. Oh, boss battle. Okay. Oh, you again. Yeah, we can bet we're not going to be running from you this time, buddy. Wow, how many tongues you got? I counted like 5 or 6 there. Oh, get out here and fight. Come on. Quit hiding in the wall. Oh, shoot. Well, there's a doorway over there, but yeah, need a better pushing ability upgrade first before you can push this block out of the way to get over there. But as you can tell if you look at the map, it's basically just a shortcut. So you don't have to go all the way down to the underground areas and work your way back up from the other side. Combat knife. "10-point attack difference. In the wrong way. Decrease, not upgrade." Well, guess it's a little quicker, but yeah. I'll stick with this. Buried chamber. Oh, hello, you're a huge enemy. Easy, though. Okay. What's with these guys? Is this some kind of prison or something? Torture chamber, huh? Buried chamber? Yeah. Is this where Dracula keeps his victims before... Yeah, I don't even want to think about it. Then again, look at this. Blood stain. Granted, you really have to look to notice, but... Of course, he drops an item called the Tough Ring. Basically meant for challenge playthroughs, limits some stats or something. But can be sold for over 8,000 bucks at the shop, so if you can get it. Dude. Big deal. If not for my completionist impulses, I wouldn't bother getting this. I never use it. But not only is it one of the items in the game, but it's needed. It's a sub-attack weapon idea for Jonathan. Needed because there will be a side quest later that entails finding all such items like this. Whether you use them or not, just finding them all. So, yeah. Go away, bat. Oh, I hate bats. These guys are kind of like the zombies in the City of Haze portrait in regard that they just keep respawning. For a short time, anyways. Good to grind on for the enemy kills, or those two side quests I mentioned earlier. 1,500 and another one for 3,000. Well, more so the 3,000 one. Again, the 1,500 one. You'll probably have gotten, you probably would have killed that many enemies just going through the game normally. Virtually if any grinding at all will be needed for that one, but for the 3,000. Oh, come on, really? There, that's better. Between these two racks, whatever they're supposed to be, torture chamber. This item, one of several of these scattered throughout the maps. Hit point max up by 15. Yeah. Plus it's complete health recoveries. But of course, as to be expected, I'd imagine, you can only pick them up once per playthrough. I mean, heck, if you can get them multiple times, you can just grind getting them. Raise your maximum hit points to 999. Then the rest of the game will probably be too easy. Anyways, this thing. will always remind me of my first playthrough. Seeing this, thinking it's some kind of key laying there, like, hey, how can you pick this up? And much to my embarrassment, thinking about it, taking just a little too long before I slowly realized it's just part of the background and cannot be picked up. And then feeling like an idiot for not realizing that earlier. Invisible enemies. Okay, that's a weird visual effect. Yeah, invisible. Dude, just because I can't see you doesn't mean I can't hurt you. You seem to be confusing invisible with invincible. They may sound similar, but they have completely different meanings, as you just found out. Oh, come on, really? Now, save room here, which you might want to save your game here because in the room below where I am right now, there's a rather strong enemy for this point in the game. Another fast travel point. Good thing I stocked up on potions before I left the shop. Okay, I didn't fight that the most efficient way. Kind of haphazard. Should have stood a little safer distance back. But oh well, it worked. I defeated it. Of course, it does have a couple item drops, but you won't, even if you're interested in that kind of thing, you won't be able to grind for those, as he won't reappear here ever again for the rest of the game. We'll see him in one of the later portraits. One of the items he drops can be very useful early in the game. Very well, a stronger weapon, certainly stronger than anything else available at this point in the game. But again, it's very unlikely that he'll drop that at this point in the game, since he doesn't reappear now. And by the way, another game with sewer levels. Yay. And no, even though it looks like these are platforms you can drop through, no, there is no underwater stage in this game, which is weird. A lot of these Castlevania RPG, Metroidvania type games do have underwater stages, but this one does not. Slimes? What is this, a Dragon Quest game? Where's the metal slimes then? Damn, that's a resilient slime. Optional food-related healing item of some kind. Oh no, I never bothered to use it. Oh, I completely missed. Oh, another free potion. Cool. The way I've been playing, I could use that. I already died once and came close to dying just now against that zombie build. Spikes come out of your chest? What? Watermelon? Where am I going, by the way? Not going back down. Level up. Another magic spell for Charlotte. Oh, and by the way, speaking of magic points, the magic point equivalent to those hit point max up I found earlier. Only the hit point max up increase your maximum HP by 15. These only increase your maximum MP by 10. But still, if you're using Jonathan's sub weapons or Charlotte's magic spells a lot, that can still be useful. Oh goody. Trying to do this with bats flying around. Oh goody. Okay, that didn't go so bad. Never mind. New area. Great stairway. What's so great about it? Okay. Alright, time for some story cutscene. Well, not really cutscene, but story sequence dialogue. It's the Grim Reaper. Rock you to hell. I don't like this though. In this game, they make him look like Skeletor from the old He-Man Masters of the Universe cartoons in the early 80s. Apparently not. Well, that's usually the plot in a lot of these games. Spoiler alert for anybody who's never played a Castlevania game before, but yeah, that's usually the point. You know, somebody's trying to revive Dracula. It's your job to stop them, and oftentimes you fail and end up fighting the newly resurrected Dracula as a result of your incompetence, but yeah. Why should this game be any different? Really, dude? Oh, here we go again. Dude, at this point in the game, we can't beat him, strategy or no. Seriously. We are by no means whatsoever, in the slightest degree, ready to fight him yet. At least now without cheat codes if you want to go that route. But I mean, to be honest, I'd be lying to myself, much less any of my viewers, if I denied that I ever used Game Shark, Game Genie cheat codes ever. But only after I've completed the game without them first, and then go back and have like in these games cases, max luck status, slightly increase the enemy rate, item drop rate, things like that. But on a first playthrough, no. I mean, who can't beat a game if you have game share codes rendering you invincible? Or giving you max stats in an RPG, I mean. What? I don't think he got himself killed intentionally, Jonathan. Yeah, well, I hate to say it, but right now you're being kind of selfish. Exactly. Oh yeah, that does kind of stink. You're right there. Let's hope not. We can't fight Grim Reaper, aka Death. We're definitely not ready for a fight with Dracula yet. I mean, come on. Like to get one of the items he drops. Very potentially useful sub-weapon for Jonathan. Yeah, of course. Here, Persephone. I don't know who she is mythologically, but in these games, she's basically a ninja maid. Dressed like a maid and fighting like a ninja. Yeah. Okay, what's the point in that? Seriously. That vacuum attack. It's not even an attack, it just pulls you back the opposite direction. Doesn't hurt, doesn't do any damage. So what's the point in it? I mean, I could see if she's taking that vacuum attachment and whacking you upside the head with it at full force. That could hurt. But that? Can't quite get up there yet, even with the acrobat jumping ability. Still can't get up there yet. But yeah, like I said, what, 10 minutes ago, however long, when I was on the other side of this room, this is basically just a shortcut. Which is really not that big a deal anymore since we already opened that fast travel warp shortcut. So if anything we want to do on this side of that barrier, you can just warp over there using that. So That's what I'm talking about. That. What is the point in that? It doesn't do any damage or anything. Just basically turns you around the opposite way. Oh, shoot. Way to pay attention, me. Speaking of health, I didn't even notice that. Or if I did, I quickly forgot. Talking about other things. Wait a minute. Oh, you're that. Okay. Alright. By the way, speaking of those Persephones, see, where are they on this list? That frilly camisole item they drop, potentially speaking, randomly drop. At this point in the game, can be can be a useful armor for Charlotte if you're using that character more than I am. That is, you're actually playing as Charlotte. One of the better armor, one of the better pieces of armor that Charlotte can actually equip at this point in the game. There will be better later, but you don't have access to them yet, naturally. Boss room. Yeah. By the way, these guys, not only do I want to get the item drop from them, but it's like 77 experience points per enemy. Yeah, 77 experience. So, for anybody who actually wants to do any grinding in this game, just for the sake of raising experience levels, there you go. Not that you're really going to have to in this game because of how rare item drops are. If you're going to get some of those sub-weapons for Jonathan or whatever items from enemies, you don't really have to worry about grinding for experience. You'll get more than enough experience just trying to get them. I mean, you can if you want. I do a little bit myself, to be honest, just saying, Oh. Once the game cooperates, he drops the boomerang sub-weapon for Jonathan. If he ever does. Alright, well, I'll do all that between videos. Since this video is already over an hour long. Anyways, end it here. Pick it up next time with the boss up there in the room above where we are right now. Yes. See you then. Thanks for watching and bye for now.